What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys a playthrough of all of the 5 stages of the Chaos COLISEUM Capone. Now at the end of the video, guys, there will be a free-to-play team, because I know a lot of you guys have been complaining in the comments that there's been no free-to-play content, and I don't know where that's come from. But anyways, I'm just doing a playthrough of all the teams that I actually used in order to beat all of the 5 stages, and then at the end of the video you guys will see a little bit of a clip of a free-to-play team that I actually used in order to beat the last stage against Capone himself. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So stage 1 is against Perona. Now all I've got to say about this, guys, is just bring Blackbeard. Like, just bring a legend Blackbeard, a friend captain or a captain, and you can literally one-shot Perona. Literally the easiest Coliseum stage we've ever had on any Chaos difficulty Coliseum. So I'll see you guys at round 2. So round number 2 is against Killer. Now Killer is actually pretty tricky because he has like 6.8 million HP, and then at the start of the dungeon he's going to go ahead and knock your HP down to 1%, which is exactly why we're bringing the rare recruit Marco. Now I would have usually brought legend Marco, however I know a lot of people would have complained about that, so I'm going to go ahead and bring just regular Marco, because he does work just as fine as the other Marco. Now I actually was testing out this team a couple times because this was actually one of the tricky stages for me, and I decided to bring like a Stronghold Usopp, see if I could delay him, but under 30% he actually like berserks, so that's not really a good idea either. So I just brought Stronghold Zoro for the orbs, just to get as much damage output as I possibly can. Obviously Doflamingo for the health as a captain, and also the amazing special that he has, and then that allows me to bring 2 Mihawks still for the nice and clean 30% health cuts on both of those guys. And then I have Raid Boss Sabo just to allow me to do more damage output towards Killer on that first turn and second turn. But the reason why we need to bring Marco is because when we heal all the way back up, Killer's just going to be attacking. He doesn't actually do any special damage or anything like that. He just does his regular attack every single turn. So that's why I heal with Marco, just so I can take quite a few hits and then take down his HP ever so slowly. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys at round number 3. So round number 3 is against Gear 2 Luffy. Now, I am using a double Cavendish team. However, the team that actually would work, that I just realized, would definitely be a Cavendish and Marco, or a Cavendish and NL. One unit that you do need to bring, though, is Raid Boss Sabo. He does help a lot. When you actually don't use Raid Boss Sabo's special, this doesn't actually kill Luffy. Like, it gets him to like really low amounts of HP. But one thing that you do need to note about Luffy himself is that he will go ahead and deal 10,000 damage and revive up to 70% HP after you kill him. So you basically need like 2 full turns of absolute amazing burst in order to actually kill this guy. So that is why Cavendish is amazing, because he himself just does so much damage, and then you apply Sabo on top of that just to make sure that you are getting the kill on top of that. So overall, not a tricky stage, but as I said, definitely bring a Cavendish and then a Marco friend captain, and then bring definitely your Raid Boss Sabo to help you take the kill against Luffy. Moving on to round number 4 is against Squad. Now, against this stage, you definitely want a unit that can deal large AoE damage, so definitely Log Luffy is one of the best units to actually take on this dungeon, in particular because Log Luffy special will completely knock out all of the enemy units around Squad. And the bad thing about it is that you can't actually delay Squad or any of the units around him, so that's what makes this stage sort of difficult. So if you bring like Log Luffy and then bring any other like team with some purple units, and you have some way to boost those units, would be the best way to go, honestly. If you have like an orb booster like Doflamingo and a type booster or something like Nico, Robin, bring some int characters, shouldn't have any issues with that really, but I'm just bringing a strong ace team because it does clear reasonably easy. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys at the last round against Capone himself. So now we move on to the final stage, which is against Capone, but before that we have to reach Squad himself. So Squad, I am using a double time skip Luffy team. Now remember guys, at the end of the video there will be a free-to-play team, make sure to check that out as well. So I'm using the double Luffy special to make sure that Quick, Dex, and Psy Orbs are all counted as matching orbs, which is actually pretty important because we want to make sure that at least our Kiji has a matching orb. So if our Kiji has a matching orb, then he will actually completely decimate Squad himself. So that is exactly what we are trying to do here, and making sure that our Kiji is obviously the last hit so that he gets his special silenced or special binded, because we don't really need his special anymore. Now when you actually move on to the final stage against Capone, it is kind of dependent on what kind of orbs you get, whether or not you're going to be able to one-shot him, because if you are relying just on Doflamingo's orbs that he gives you and Boa special, then you actually cannot one-shot him. But if you get an orb on the other Luffy or an orb on your ace, then you can actually completely one-shot him. But again, it is just dependent, but because Boa actually delays, you get an extra free turn in order to actually take down Capone. So this team actually does it really, really quickly and really easily. But anyways guys, that is going to end today's video. Now remember guys, we are going to show you guys a free-to-play team straight after this. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that guys, I will see you guys within the next video.